His tennis has charisma, and that's rare. I guess, like, if you think of somebody like Roger, he had charisma as a tennis player and as a person, and the same goes for Carlos.
Yeah, for me, when I saw the announcement, like you, I was surprised because I had been saying for the previous weeks I didn't think Carlos would play the U.S. Open.
I know,
To me,
okay.
It just didn't make a lot of sense to throw yourself back into competitive match play at a Grand Slam level, best of 5-set matches, very physical conditions. But like you, I trust that he and his team have done their due diligence. They've tested the body out. They think that he'll be all right. So my second reaction was, vamos! He's back. So it's going to be fun. Hopefully, Jannik Sinner will be able to show up as well, and we can kind of get back to what we have become accustomed to. I almost felt like I took Carlos for granted in his shot making and his showmanship, but we'll see it in New York under the bright lights and electric crowd. So I'm excited to see Carlos make his return.
But I like what you said earlier in the green room, how you think they have done it. If you can,
if I had to guess, I would have assumed that they've kind of simulated what the first couple of rounds of the Grand Slam could be.
Yeah.
30-minute hit, maybe 3 or 4 sets, take a day off, see how it feels, come back again, play 3 or 4 sets, just to test the body and mainly to test the recovery. Because I'm sure he's on the court, it probably feels fine. How does it feel the next day when he wakes up? So he's one of the best players of all time. He has a very good team and staff around him. I like to think they've done the proper course of action, and he'll be just fine in New York.
For a normal human, maybe not the right decision. Carlos Alcaraz is not a normal human. What he's been doing in his career, first making history. So we'll have more on Carlos Alcaraz. We started the show, great news. Carlos Alcaraz coming back to play the U.S. Open. Now we just got breaking news that Jannik Sinner will not be playing the U.S. Open.
Utter shock, because 5 minutes ago, I literally uttered the words, Carlos is back, so hopefully we see Jannik Sinner in New York. And then we just found out literally 60 seconds ago that Jannik will be withdrawing. So incredibly sad, I think, for all tennis fans, especially in the men's draw. This feels like this year has just been riddled with injury. It's been riddled with the stars of the game not being able to compete consistently. It's not what you want to see. But on the flip side to that, opens up a lot of opportunity. I think now there's going to be even more questions about Carlos Alcaraz's fitness and his ability to play when he does arrive in New York, because rest assured, all the other guys in the locker room, especially the guys who have a realistic shot at winning the U.S. Open, all will be looking at Carlos to see, is he 100%? Is he ready to go? Could this be an opportunity that I maybe make a little bit of history?
And he has done it before, Carlos Alcaraz. I remember, I believe it was in 2024 French Open. He hadn't played most of the clay court season with an elbow issue, and nobody counted on him. And then he ends up winning the French Open, beats Alexander Zverev in 5 sets in that final. So he is able to do it. But I had no idea, and I'm really shocked. We had heard news reports from Italy that he was frequenting a hospital in Milano, which is a very bad sign. If you're in Milano going to a hospital, that is probably somebody looking for a specialist for the knee. So really sad to not see him at the U.S. Open this year.
Yeah, breaking news, just finding out Jannik Sinner will not be playing at the U.S. Open this year.
You're younger than us. You can interpret.
Give us the Gen Z take on that.
It looks like Serena's just a fan of Carlos, if you ask me. What are you guys coming to me for? I think she's happy, like the rest of us.
Videos, because there were videos of him practicing before where I felt like he wasn't hitting his forehand really well. That was before he had pulled out of here. But this looks like he's fully going at it, fully accelerating. So fingers crossed that he stays healthy between now and the 7 days until the U.S. Open starts.
And by the way, could be good to get his feet wet in a mixed doubles situation that doesn't count for points or anything like that, right, Chris?
You might be on. That sounds like a good idea, wouldn't it? Well, I guess we just gotta wait and see, huh?
This guy.
Well, I don't know. It's just, I just see it. Serena's being a fan of Carlos, and Carlos obviously having respect for the GOAT, just saying, it's almost time for him to step foot back on the court. So,
I expected more. I expected more from Chris. I expected more from his emoji interpretation, but he gave us absolutely nothing.
I'm just like you guys. I don't. All this new hip lingo with emojis and thing. Quiet on the creek and all this other stuff is beyond me.
Okay, we'll ask Coco about it then.
Yeah,
we'll get her opinion. What she thinks about all of this. Carlos didn't play since April 14th in Barcelona. So 4 months off, returning at the U.S. Open. Obviously, we told you that Jannik Sinner is out of the U.S. Open.
The Grand Slams, oftentimes you'll see a player lose early, and you think that maybe doesn't bode well for their chances in New York. There's certain players who are really tough to beat in a best-of-5 set match. Alexander Zverev has won. Novak Djokovic has certainly won. So even though Novak hasn't played much, he lost here, I think Novak deserves a little bit more respect and should be higher on the list.
A lot of opportunity. After the Australian Open this year, Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner had won the last 9 majors in a row.
Jeez.
We thought that could continue for years. Then Alexander Zverev wins the French Open. Obviously, Sinner wins Wimbledon. But only one time this year have Alcaraz and Sinner both played the same major.
Oh, crazy.
Australia,
yeah,
wow.
Australia.
What a time.
Crazy to think.
What a